Hello, 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 hello. It's Leila here, and I am a business coach, and I work with a lot of entrepreneurs who are more spiritual and in tune with energy and have psychic abilities and help people with nutrition and a lot of I work with a lot of coaches and just I love helping people who want to help people. So, I want to talk today a little bit about the Hare Krishna movement and what we can learn in business. So, I was at an event recently, and I ran into a Hare Krishna, which I tend to do at events because the universe, guides me along the way. Hello, 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 hello. And, I was gifted this Bhagavad Gita, talks between the soul and God, and for offering for they would take money or not, it didn't matter, they didn't really care, but I gave money, right, for this, and I bought some incense. And what I think about with the Hare Krishna movement is they've got it really figured out. They know how to spread really quick. And so I want to ask you, do you know about the Hare Krishna movement, and what's your relationships with the Hare Krishnas? I love them. I love seeing them. They're so happy. They make me feel joyous inside. And I listen to kirtan. One thing you may not know about me, I listen to kirtan. It's my primary modality, or my primary form of music is kirtan. So in my car, it's primary kirtan. So if you come to my house, you'll be hearing kirtan or some booty shaking music. It's one or the other. Some spiritual music and some get down and dirty music. So I like both. What the lessons, so I'm going to share with you now the lessons for business around what I really see what the Hare Krishna movement has done well. And it just can translate to anything. Anything you really care about, it can translate to. So I want to give you some ideas for business, what I see from the Hare Krishna movement that I've even implemented in my own business, and that maybe would be helpful for you in your own business or anywhere in your life where you have a movement of sort you want to go towards. So first of all, they have a movement. There's something they care about beyond themselves, beyond their problems, beyond their day-to-day, beyond anything within themselves. There's something bigger beyond them that they care about. And I do too. That's how I feel. It's I care so much. It drives me crazy. I feel so sad, so moved when I see people who have gifts and brilliance and it's not being expressed. It drives me crazy. I want to help them so much. I want to help them live their fullest potential and live grand and step into their worth and all of that, right? It's this thing inside of me. So I'm curious, what's the thing inside of you? Some people, it used to be for me the environment. For 15 years, I taught, I was involved with environmental issues, doing environmental work, environmental policy work, all sorts of stuff. And I cared so much, and I still do, but it's not my primary focus. So what's your movement, right? My movement is twofold, is that the body and your bank account are directly related. You've got to take care of your body, get in alignment with your body if you really want to create the wealth that you want. And then with that is that helping people see that wealth, that money is spiritual, and spirituality is also earthly. So it's it's all the same thing. I don't know what isn't spiritual. So that's that's a big movement of mine. And I'm just all the time doing work around it, thinking about it, talking about it, interested in it, reading about it, coaching about it, speaking about it. We're doing videos about it, right? Because it's something that I care a lot about. I have a movement of sorts that I care more about something outside of myself, something bigger, something grander that's going on. It used to be the environment, the earth. And now it's people's relationship with wealth creation and money and their self-worth. And so I'd ask you, what is your movement? What is it you care about? Is it health? Is it wealth? Is it relationships? Is it fashion? Is it, traveling? What is the movement? What is the thing that you really care about that's moving you forward? So Hare Krishnas, they got a movement, right? It's to spread this divine energy of, you know, this. I don't want to say exactly what their mission is, because I'd probably be a little bit wrong, but basically they're trying to spread a certain, you know, love or belief system or something around some divinity, right? That's the first thing. The second thing is that they smile. They're freaking happy. They're smiling and they're smiling and they're smiling. So what if you could smile more in your business? I'm just going to ask you. People do not want to buy from people who are dreary and down and out. I'm going to give you a little story. So what's up, Marco? What's up, Audie? So good to see you, Shelly. Blessings. I talked to my first boss. So I'm curious, have you ever talked to somebody from, like, you know, 10, 15, 20 years ago, quarter century ago? First boss in my first professional job. The one thing that they remember most, all of them that I worked with and all the people I connected with and stuff, is my smile. I was always happy going places, smile, bring a smile. Now, I'm not saying I'm always happy and smiling all the time. Absolutely not. Just as much as I'm smiling, I can be kind of serious. I can be real serious. I can be real heady, real intellectual, you can imagine. And often when I'm real intellectual, I'm not smiling. I'm kind of like thinking, right? So I balance it out with lots of some silliness and goofiness and smiling. Hare Krishnas do the same thing. You can't help, not maybe everybody, but you can't, a lot of people can't help but want to be around them. They're just freaking happy. They play music, they sing songs, and they smile. So play music, sing songs, and smile. Oh, and also feed people. Feed people, feed people, feed people. Give stuff away. Feed people and give stuff away. So they're real happy. They're real generous. They're happy. Right? So they've got a movement. They've got something outside of themselves that they care more about. You know, they're happy to smile. So in my business, I think my smiles, I used to say before I had any branding, I was like, you don't need branding. Okay. My business was big enough, and before big to me, right? Over six figures, well over, for a couple of years before I had any branding. And I would say my branding is my smile is my brand. My smile is my brand. I was like, that's all I got. That's all I got right now. I don't got branding, but I got my smile. And everybody remembers my smile. Right? And it's not just the smile, it's the joy, it's the happiness. You want to show up in a bright way so that people want to work with you and join you. So if the Hare Krishnas show up in a rare, serious way, their movement might not have grown as quickly. It grew really fast. And it's still, you know, it still is. So the third thing is that they're willing. So the first thing is that they have a movement outside of themselves. Okay. The second thing is they show up really joyous and bright and energetic, happy and generous. And the third thing is they're willing to hear a lot of no's. Are you willing to hear a lot of no's in business? What's up, James? So good to see you. Namaste, my friend. Are you willing? So if you have a business, I'm talking about Hare Krishnas, they're willing to hear no. Lots of people they go up and offer this to, and people will be like, no, no, no. I'm always like, yes, because I love those guys, because they're so happy and they make me feel joyous. I feel joyous when I'm around them. I'm like, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So fun. I love them. I love singing kirtan with them. Many people say no. They'll be out at like festivals. They'll be out in neighborhoods, you know, places, different places, and they're just being, you know, in the groups. There's usually groups of men. They're real young men, joyous. They're setting up. Maybe they got a little table, and they'll have, you know, the Bhagavad Gita, other books available. I bought some incense, right? And they'll have all this cool stuff. They're raising money. You can usually donate, or maybe it's, I don't know if they charge and how, it's not usually very much. And they're raising money, and but a lot of people tell them no, but they don't care. So, and if you have a business and people tell you no and you care, you don't really have a movement. You're not really committed and joyous and all of this about this bigger thing outside of yourself. You're still attached to your ego and your identity about that person liking you or something personal about you. It has nothing to do with you. They just don't want your thing. They're not in alignment. They're not resonating. It's not your thing, right? They're not your person. You're not their person. Let them go. Move on. Keep showing up with a bigger picture in mind. Keep showing up bright and energetic and smile and be willing to say no, or be willing to hear no a lot, and knowing that it's okay. You can hear a lot of no's, because you'll hear, the more no's you hear, the more yeses you'll hear. More no's, more yeses. More no's, more yeses. Yeah. So hear lots of no's to get lots of yeses. Show up bright and cheery and smiling and everything, and have your eyes on the prize, something bigger outside of yourself. For the Hare Krishnas, it's you know, spreading divine energy, divine word that they want to spread, the joy and teachings in the Bhagavad Gita and beyond. And my mission is to help you if you want to increase your wealth, if you want to align your body, get your posture improved, really figure out like what's getting in the way of building this like amazing dream life that I want. Usually it's somewhere hidden in the body, maybe not so hidden, actually. I can usually see it. So Elle Ingalls, I've heard many no's. She said, yeah, Elle Ingalls has been in business for what, 9 years? Is that right, Elle? 7 years, 9 years, I think 9 years, something like that. And to be in business that long takes a lot of courage, a lot of commitment, a lot of consistency, a lot of joy, a lot of commitment to a bigger vision, something bigger beyond yourself, right? The pressure-free method from Elle Ingalls. If you don't know about it, check her out. It helps people. You don't have to release stress hormones in your body. People are like, oh, I'm so stressed, I need to deal with the stress. What if you never had to have stress at all in your body? You'll feel stressors, but you don't have to have the stress hormones in your body. You won't live the same. Nothing will be the same. Talk about your movement. That's a bigger vision. If you're all in stress hormones, you can't even think about everybody else. You're so stuck in yourself. Yeah, you need to get out of stress hormones. If you need to get out of stress hormones, you need to talk to Elle Ingalls. She's my girl. She's my girl. Speaking of, we're going to put the event together on Facebook, but I'll just tell you right now, she's coming to Denver. She's coming to Denver, ladies and gentlemen. She's going to arrive August 28th. It's 28th. Top of my head, 28th, 29th. I think it's 28th. We're going to do an evening event. You're going to learn bowstring, you're going to learn posture system, you're going to learn presence and pressure-free. Posture, presence, and pressure-free. Why? We believe that if you learn how to increase your posture or improve your posture in a way where you're more lifted, more youthful, more open, and you learn how to not release stress hormones in your body, be totally clean inside, there's no limit for you. You can do whatever you want. You're not going to get in your own way. You're not going to get stuck. You're not going to get overwhelmed. You're not going to get sick. You're going to be people are going to be able to connect with you more easily. So get ready. We haven't come up with a name yet. Elle, what's the name of it? August. We're gonna do a super duper event. Maybe we should just call it the super duper event. A super duper event for super duper people, because we love super duper people. I know I'm ridiculous, but for real, like, let's be super duper together. I know not everybody wants to be super duper with me. I know that. I love you. I love you. It's okay. But for those of you who want to be super duper with us, come on, let's get on the ride together. I'm not stopping. I'm going bigger. I'm going bigger and brighter and bolder. All right. I love you guys. 3 lessons from Hare Krishna. If you just joined me, have your eyes on the prize, bigger vision, something beyond yourself. Show up with a smile and joyous, and be willing to hear a lot of no's. Okay, because through the no's, there's lots of yeses. Just keep going. Okay, if you need help with figuring out what you're offering, anything in the business, marketing, sales, anything like that, something where you're like, I know I can do more, I'm just, something's in the way, let's chat. Send me a little message. We can hop on a call, hop on a Zoom call, something like that, and I'll at least give you some ideas, or we can work together. But if you know that you have a bigger vision, you have a bigger movement, you know you can show up joyous, and you're willing to hear some no's, and there's some things, you just haven't moved forward yet, let's chat. I'll give you some ways to get it going, because the world needs you, brothers and sisters. I'm here to help people who want to help people. So let's help the world. I love you. Bye.